Hello and welcome everyone to a new video on our YouTube channel. So in today's video we're going to be working on this BMW E30. We'll be diagnosing and fixing a clutch issue that developed on the car. The issue that we are facing is that we have to pump the clutch before being able to engage any of the gears. So first we're going to be checking to see if there's any leaks on the slave cylinder or in the lines. If there's not, then we're gonna be checking for air in the system, and if also there's no air in the system, which means that there's low pressure coming from the master cylinder, well, then we need to replace the master cylinder. As you can see, we got the car parked on an incline. We pressed the clutch pedal and released the handbrake, but the car didn't roll because the clutch did not disengage from the engine. Now we're gonna get the car in the shop, jack her up and put her on some jack stands and start the diagnosis. First we're gonna check the brake fluid reservoir to see if it's low or if it has new fluid. If it has new fluid, it means that it has been low before and they added some new fluid over. As you can see, the reservoir is full and looks like it has old fluid, so it doesn't seem to be leaking. Now we're gonna pump some of the brake fluid out to make it below the level of the feed line to the clutch master cylinder. Now we're gonna remove the feed line for the clutch master cylinder. It's just held on with a hose clamp. You can see, guys, here we are under the car, and as you can see, everything is dry. There is no leaks whatsoever. And here where the hard line coming from the master cylinder connects to the soft line to the slave cylinder, it's very hard to reach the line from the master cylinder side, so we're going to remove this connection from here and pull the line with the cylinder. As you can see, under the servo, the master cylinder is out and the line is hooked to it. It's an 11mm nut, but it's almost impossible to reach it. So now we're going to disconnect the soft line from the hard line, and then we're going to be able to pull it out with the master cylinder. Make sure to have a drain pan ready because it's gonna leak some fluid out. Now, since the brake fluid is actually dirty, this means that the clutch system is not leaking any of its fluid out. Thus, we conclude that we have low pressure in the master cylinder. Now, the only way a slave cylinder can go bad is to leak the fluid out, because if the fluid is pressurized, it cannot go anywhere except through the slave cylinder or push it to disengage the clutch. So since we have no leaks and the brake fluid looks old and is to the maximum level, so we conclude that the master cylinder is not producing sufficient pressure to disengage the clutch. With the clutch line disconnected, we're going to turn our focus to the inside of the car and start removing the master cylinder. So go under the dashboard, follow the clutch pedal, and you can find the master cylinder. Now we're going to loosen the bolt that holds the clutch pedal to the master cylinder. There are two 10mm bolts holding on the master cylinder. One of them is easy to reach and the other is behind the linkage for the gas pedal, so we're gonna have to press on the gas pedal in order to reach it. Now we're gonna remove the bolt holding the clutch pedal to the master cylinder. After we remove the nut, we can push the bolt out of its place. Now we're gonna loosen the first 10mm bolt, the one that is easy to reach. Just like that, we got the bolt out. Now we're gonna remove the other bolt that is behind the gas pedal linkage. And just like that, we remove the bolt. All you have to do is press the gas pedal in order to reach it. Now we fish the feed line out of its grommet and start pulling on the master cylinder to pull it out. Remember, we still have the hard line connected to the master cylinder, so we're gonna go under the car and help guide it into the hole in the firewall, and then pull the master cylinder straight out. As you can see, guys, here we have the old master cylinder. And inside this box, we have the new unit. To make sure we have the right part, we compare it with the old one, make sure that the mounting bolts are in the same location. So now we're gonna transfer the hard line from the old master cylinder to the new one. Make sure to pay attention to the direction of the hard line with respect to the master cylinder, so you put it back in the right place and it faces where it needs to be mounted to the soft line on the firewall. Now we're gonna install the feed line for the master cylinder. Gonna dip the plastic fitting in some oil in order to slip it in the seal without tearing anything up. And just like that, we got it installed. Now we're gonna put the grommet back in its place on the new master cylinder in order to push it in the firewall later. We're gonna start installing it. We're gonna feed the hard line through the hole in the firewall. We're gonna line the bolting points up and start setting in some bolts. Now we're gonna start tightening the bolts. Now that we got the master cylinder installed in its place, we're gonna rehook the lines. We're gonna hook the soft line to its feed port on the brake reservoir. Then we're gonna connect the clutch pedal to the new master cylinder. Now we're gonna torque the bolt down. With that done, we're gonna fill up the brake reservoir and go under the car and start bleeding the master cylinder before connecting it to the slave cylinder. I'm plugging the line with my finger and having someone inside the car pumping the clutch pedal. I'm having them hold the clutch pedal down and I release the finger and releasing the pressure along with the air. Now we're gonna connect the hard line to the soft line going to the slave cylinder. And now it's time to bleed the slave cylinder. We're gonna crack the bleeder open and connect our bleeding hose. Having someone inside the car pumping the clutch pedal, then holding it down. Then we release the bleeder screw, thus bleeding all the air out with the old fluid. We're gonna keep repeating this process until we see no more air bubbles and some clean fluid coming out. Make sure you keep adding brake fluid occasionally so you don't run out of it and start introducing new air to the system. And just like that, we finished the job. Now we're gonna cap the bleeder screw up and call it done. But oh no, we developed a leak from the bell housing area, which means the slave cylinder went out. But there's no traces of fluid leaking out prior to this, so if you remember, at first everything was dry and we didn't have any leaks and the brake fluid was to the maximum level. So what we conclude is that the old slave cylinder did not withstand the pressure that was produced by the new master cylinder, and it went out. So in the next video, we're gonna be replacing the slave cylinder too. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the new videos coming soon. See you on the next one. Peace.